Welcome back to Holy Pastor Doing Stuff, your one-stop shop for doing life the holy way. This time, well, before we get to this time, let us have a fireside chat with one another because I've missed you. I've had no one to tell me not to backlight myself, and you've no doubt missed me. Without any holy guidance from me in a number of months, you've probably fallen away into sin and condemnation, which is too bad for you. But don't blame me because it's your fault, first of all. And secondly, I've been trying to film these videos, but something always gets in the way. Usually, someone who I was going to have help me says, "Oh, yeah, great, I want to help," but then they always find a way to delay our scheduling. Maybe they don't like me after all, or maybe they're afraid that if they get too close to me, they'll turn into ash like Lot's wife. I don't know. Either way, I more or less promise to be more regular with my videos, and if I'm not, well, I guess I will forgive you if you are mad at me. In the meantime, don't mind my turning the pages of my script, and I figure it would be good to talk today about how to ask for help. I've learned a lot about asking for help these past few months as I have asked for it and not gotten it the way that I wanted. So let me bring in my wife, who can't refuse me thanks to my divine good looks and rock hard abs, and she'll help show us some examples of what to do and what not to do. I notice you put something on your lips. All right. Say hi to the camera, people, by the way, 'cause it's been a while for
Hello,
you.
everyone.
All right, here we go. Hey, hon, I'm going to change the oil in the car. See?
Hey, thank you, sweetheart. You're so wonderful. Do you need any help?
Oh, no, I'll be fine. There's mistake number one. Should have used this after. Also, mistake number one, trying to be manly when I'm not. Or put another way, trying to pretend we are something that we're not, as in pretending to be fine. Our country was built partly on the premises of freedom and independence, and certainly freedom to make our own decisions is a great thing, but ultimately, we're all dependent. We're dependent upon God. God created us, God knows us. We need God's Spirit to breathe. So let's not pretend to be fine. Let's not be ashamed to admit that we might need help because we always do, or at least you always do. And I can't change engine oil. My wife can. What are the odds? But ultimately, who cares? Be as gracious in receiving as in giving. Okay, next skit. Hey, Alicia, member of my church. I'd love for you to take on the role of lay leader because it's going to be easy. Hardly anyone ever needs you. So it'll be a cinch. You and I, we'll talk every so often, ask for your input, but if you ever can't talk, whatever, that's fine. I'm basically only asking you because I can't find anyone else. What do you say?
Sure, sounds easy. Count me in.
Cool. Now, we skip ahead a few months, and Jim would like to talk to us about a question he has. Can you and I meet to plan and find a good time to chat with him?
I don't think Jim's worth our energy or time. And secondly, this is just not a good week for me.
What about next week?
Gotta get my nails done.
So what went wrong there? Pop quiz? But don't worry, I'll tell you. I wasn't honest. I downplayed the importance and expectations of the request. I also settled. Now, sometimes settling, or what we perceive to be settling, is a good thing. For instance, you'll never find your dream guy because I'm already taken. Usually, what we perceive as good, though, is not really settling. Sorry, Alicia is distracting me. Because in reality, what we're doing is being honest with ourselves when we think we're settling, honest about what it is we really need. by asking for help from someone simply because they were in available body and simultaneously downplaying the expectations. I wasn't honest with myself about what I would need. I was asking for help without actually asking for the help that I needed. That's kind of dumb, or a lot dumb. I set myself up for disappointment, and eventually Alicia and I will probably turn on each other. Passive aggressively, of course, because it's church and we don't admit that we're fighting. Okay, so here's a good example of how we can ask for help. Hi, friend of a number of years. We know each other very well. I need to be honest with you. I'm in trouble. I went to a casino a few months ago and I gambled way too much. Now I'm behind on my rent. My wife doesn't know. I don't know what to do and I feel overwhelmed and depressed. I'd like to ask for a loan, but I can't promise that I will pay it back. If you can't do that, I'd love for you to help me find community resources that could get me back on track. I won't lie. It will require a lot of time because I feel completely lost and embarrassed. Do you think you can help me?
Well, first, I'm so sorry to hear about this. I don't have the extra money, but what I can do is help you research agencies, and probably truthfully, I won't be able to commit to more than that.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I didn't get a whole lot out of that, but that was good because we were honest about what we truly needed. And because of that, those that we ask for help can then respond with honesty. We don't set ourselves up for disappointment or turmoil and fighting later. We also increase the chances of getting the help that we need. My friend of a few years will now actually help me do the research bit. I could then ask another friend for help reaching out to the community nonprofits and agencies that my friend and I found. And I could ask another friend for help talking to my wife about the situation that we now find ourselves in. By the way, dear, by doing this video with you, I'm reminded that Jack is coming over later. We have something really important to discuss with you. Prepare yourself emotionally if you could, please. Thanks. Anyway, the key to asking for help is asking and being honest and gratefully receiving the help that is offered in return. You know that verse, ask and you shall receive, knock and the door will be opened. Well, that's God talking. If you can't listen to God, then I guess that proves that while I was on hiatus, I'm not very good at talking in this video. I clearly need more practice. But it proves that while I was on hiatus, you have fallen into Satan's grasp, just as I feared if you can't listen to God. So just listen to God, ask for help, large or small. Ask your friends, your family, your church to help. Be honest so that they can be honest in return to offer you the help that they can actually truly commit to giving you. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And most of all, ask God for spiritual help because you need it. All right. So that's how you ask for help the holy way. Holy Pastor is now off to his second job, shivering in the cold while changing signs outside. Until next time, keep it holy, friends.